Alright, friend, welcome to a journey of transformation, a journey that will, I guarantee, rewire your brain for success. This is more than just a book. It's a roadmap to a life brimming with joy, purpose, and unwavering confidence. I'm thrilled you're here, ready to take the first step towards unlocking your full potential. For years, I've witnessed countless individuals struggle with the same roadblocks: self-doubt, anxiety about the future, and dwelling on the past. We get caught in a vicious cycle of negative thoughts, blinding us to the incredible power we hold within. We get stuck, convinced we're not good enough, smart enough, or lucky enough. But here's the secret: you are enough. You have everything you need inside you right now to create the life you've always desired. The only thing holding you back is your mindset, the ingrained patterns of thinking that are sabotaging your success. This book will rewire your brain for success, guaranteed. Isn't about magic or overnight miracles. It's about understanding the science of your brain, learning simple yet powerful techniques to consciously shift your thought patterns, and equipping yourself with the tools to become the architect of your own destiny. Inside, we'll explore 15 key concepts, each designed to build upon the last. We'll learn how to silence that inner critic that whispers doubts into your ear. We'll discover how to cultivate a powerful sense of self-belief that empowers you to tackle any challenge. We'll master the art of living in the present moment, finding joy in the everyday, and stop letting anxieties about the future steal your happiness. Using real-life examples, relatable stories, and practical exercises, this book will guide you step by step towards a profound transformation. You'll learn to identify and challenge your limiting beliefs, replace negative self-talk with positive affirmations, and train your brain to focus on solutions rather than problems. And, most importantly, you'll learn how to cultivate a mindset of growth and resilience that allows you to bounce back from setbacks stronger and more determined than ever before. What will you gain from this journey? You'll experience increased self-confidence, finally believe in your abilities and potential, reduced anxiety and stress, live in the present, not held hostage by worries, improved focus and productivity, achieve your goals with clarity and purpose, stronger relationships, communicate effectively and build authentic connections, a deeper sense of fulfillment, discover your true passion and live a life of meaning, resilience in the face of challenges, bounce back from setbacks stronger than before. This is your invitation to stop living on autopilot and start taking conscious control of your life. Are you ready to unlock your potential and rewire your brain for success? Let's begin. Chapter 1: The Myth of Someday. Why now is the only real time. We order it. We tell ourselves, someday, I'll start that project. Someday, I'll get in shape. Someday, I'll finally write that book. Someday sounds so appealing, doesn't it? A magical land where you have all the time and energy you need. The problem: someday never arrives. It's a mirage, a trick our minds play on us to avoid the present. Think of it like this. Imagine you want to plant a tree. You keep saying, someday, I'll plant it. You wait for the perfect weather, which never seems to come. Years pass, and you still have no tree. But what if you started today? Even a small seed planted now is better than a forest of dreams deferred to someday. Procrastination is the thief of dreams. It whispers sweet lies, telling you to wait, to be ready, to perfect the plan. But the truth is, there's no such thing as perfect. Life is messy, unpredictable, and full of unexpected challenges. Waiting for things to align perfectly is a recipe for disappointment. Why is focusing on the now so important? Because now is all we truly have. The past is gone, and the future is uncertain. The present moment is where life unfolds, where opportunities arise, where you have the power to create change. How do we break free from the someday trap? Start small. Instead of writing the whole book, write just one paragraph today. Instead of running a marathon, walk around the block. Small actions, taken consistently, create momentum which will build up over time. Embrace imperfection. Don't let fear of failure paralyze you. Every mistake is a learning opportunity. The important thing is to start, to keep moving forward, one step at a time. Someday is a comfortable illusion, but it's in the now that your real life begins. Chapter 2: Your brain's old habits, recognizing the patterns that hold you back. Think of your brain like a well-worn path in a forest. People have walked it for years, making it easy to follow. These paths are your habits, the automatic ways you think and act. Some paths lead to beautiful places, but others lead to dead ends or thorny bushes. These are the negative thought patterns and behaviors holding you back. Before you can build new, better paths, you need to know where the old ones are. You need to become a detective in your own mind. One common bad path is catastrophizing. This is when your brain jumps to the worst possible conclusion. Example, your boss isn't smiling at you. Your brain says, I'm going to get fired. It magnifies things. Another is self-criticism. This is your inner voice constantly putting you down. If someone makes a mistake while learning to cook and burn dinner, the voice says, you're so useless. You can't even cook. Then there's blaming. This is when you avoid taking responsibility for your actions. A person is late for work, blames it on traffic rather than admitting they didn't wake up on time. How do you find these paths? Pay attention. Notice how you react to things. When you feel stressed, angry, or anxious, ask yourself, what thought just went through my head? Keep a journal. Write down these repeating thoughts and the situations that trigger them. After a week or two, trends will emerge. You'll start seeing the familiar paths pop up again and again. Understanding where these patterns come from is helpful. Sometimes, they're learned behavior. Maybe you grew up hearing your parents constantly criticizing and now you do the same thing. Sometimes fear. If you failed at something in the past, your brain might be trying to protect you from that pain again, even if it means holding you back. The key is not to judge yourself for having these patterns. Everyone does. Just acknowledge them. Once you can see the old paths, you can start building new ones. The next chapter will show you how. Chapter 3, The Power of Observation, Becoming the Watcher of Your Thoughts. Imagine sitting by a river. The water flows constantly, carrying leaves, twigs, and all sorts of things. Your mind is like that river. Thoughts and feelings are constantly flowing through it, like leaves floating by. Most of the time, we're in the river, tossed around by the current. We identify with every passing thought, every little worry. But what if you could step onto the bank? What if you could simply watch the river flow, without jumping in every time something catches your eye? That's the power of observation. Becoming the watcher of your thoughts means learning to notice them without judgment. It's about creating a little space between you and your internal chatter. It's saying, there's a thought about work, instead of immediately getting swept away by anxiety about your upcoming deadline. How do you do it? Mindfulness is the key. Mindfulness is simply paying attention to the present moment, on purpose, without judgment. Here's a simple exercise. The breath awareness exercise. Find a quiet place where you can sit comfortably. Close your eyes if you like, or simply lower your gaze. Bring your attention to your breath. Notice the sensation of the air entering and leaving your body. Don't try to change your breath. Just observe it. As you breathe, your mind will wander. That's perfectly normal. When you notice your mind has wandered, gently bring your attention back to your breath. Start with 5 minutes a day and gradually increase the time. During this exercise, you're not trying to stop your thoughts. You're simply observing them as they arise and pass away. It's like watching those leaves float down the river. Oh, there's a thought about dinner. Oh, there's a feeling of frustration. Just acknowledge them and let them go. The more you practice, the better you'll become at noticing your thoughts and emotions in your daily life. You'll start to see the patterns, the worries that keep popping up, the negative self-talk you didn't even realize you were engaging in. This is powerful, because when you can observe your thoughts, you can choose how to respond to them. You're no longer a puppet on a string, controlled by your automatic reactions. You become the director of your own mental movie. Chapter 4, Rewiring Your Mindset. Replacing negative thoughts with positive affirmations. Imagine your mind is like a garden. If you don't tend to it, weeds will grow. Negative thoughts are like those weeds, choking the good stuff. Positive affirmations are like planting beautiful flowers. They need care and attention, but they bring joy and growth. Affirmations are simple, positive statements you repeat to yourself. They train your brain to focus on what you want to be true, instead of what you fear is true. Think about it. I'm not good enough, versus, I am capable and learning every day. See the difference? The key is to make your affirmations specific and personal. Don't just say, I am happy. Say, I am grateful for the sunshine on my face and the laughter of my loved ones. Here's how to create effective affirmations. 1. Identify the negative thought. What's the weed you want to pull? Write it down, e.g., I always fail. 2. Create the opposite positive statement. Turn that negative thought on its head. E.g., I am resilient and learn from every experience. 3. Make it present tense. Affirmations work best when you state them as if they're already true. Instead of, I will be successful, say, I am successful. 4. Keep it concise. Short, powerful statements are easier to remember and repeat. 5. Make it believable, at least to start. If you completely disbelieve it, your brain will reject it. Start with something you can accept might be true someday. I am open to receiving abundance might be easier than, I am rich. For example, let's say someone struggles with public speaking and thinks, they'll all laugh at me. A good affirmation might be, I am a confident and engaging speaker. My voice is clear, and my message is valuable. Repetition is vital. Say your affirmations aloud every morning and evening. Write them down. Post them where you'll see them. The more you repeat them, the stronger the neural pathways in your brain become. It takes time and effort to rewire your mindset. Don't get discouraged if you don't see results overnight. Just keep planting those positive seeds. Chapter 5. Gratitude, the secret weapon for a happier brain. We all want to be happier, right? Well, there's a surprisingly simple tool that many people overlook: gratitude. It's not just about saying, thank you. It's a way of training your brain to focus on the good things in your life, no matter how small. Think of your brain like a garden. Negative thoughts are like weeds. They pop up easily. Gratitude is like planting beautiful flowers. The more flowers you plant, the harder it is for weeds to take over. How does it work? When you focus on what you're grateful for, your brain releases chemicals like dopamine and serotonin. These are the feel-good chemicals that boost your mood and reduce stress. Here's an example. Imagine you had a tough day at work. Instead of dwelling on everything that went wrong, try to find 3 things you're grateful for. Maybe you're grateful for a supportive colleague, a delicious lunch, or even just making it home safely. By shifting your focus, you're telling your brain to see the positive instead of the negative. Practicing gratitude doesn't have to be complicated. Here are some easy ways to cultivate it. Start a gratitude journal. Write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. Express your appreciation. Tell someone you appreciate them. A simple thank you can go a long way. Notice the small things. Take a moment to appreciate the warmth of the sun, the sound of birds singing, or a good cup of coffee. Gratitude isn't about ignoring the bad things in life. It's about choosing to focus on the good things as well. It's a powerful way to rewire your brain for happiness and create a more positive outlook on life. It's a secret weapon readily available to us all. Chapter 6. Embracing imperfection, letting go of the need to be perfect. Perfection. It's a word that sounds good, but its grip can be suffocating. We often chase it, believing perfection will bring ultimate happiness and validation. But what if the pursuit of perfection is actually holding you back? What if true freedom lies in embracing imperfection? Let's face it, nobody's perfect. Things go wrong. We stumble, we make mistakes. Trying to be perfect all the time is like trying to hold water in your hands. The harder you squeeze, the faster it slips away. It leads to stress, anxiety, and a constant feeling of inadequacy. Imagine this: a young man wants to learn guitar. He spends hours practicing, but focuses only on playing everything flawlessly. He gets frustrated when he hits a wrong note, criticizing himself severely. Eventually, he gives up, concluding he's not good enough. His pursuit of immediate perfection robbed him of the joy of learning and the potential of improvement. The reality is that mistakes are essential. They are valuable learning opportunities. It's through our stumbles that we grow, adapt, and become better versions of ourselves. Instead of fearing imperfection, we should view it as a stepping stone. When you make a mistake, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Replace the need for perfection with self-compassion. Talk to yourself as you would talk to a friend. If a friend made a mistake, would you berate them relentlessly? Probably not. You'd offer encouragement and understanding. Offer yourself the same kindness. Embrace the good enough approach. Sometimes, aiming for excellence is admirable. But often, good enough is simply good enough. Knowing when to let go of the need for absolute perfection can save you time, energy, and a lot of unnecessary stress. Remember learning to ride a bike. You probably fell a few times. Did you give up because you weren't perfect from the start? Hopefully not. You got back on, learned from your falls, and eventually, you were riding with confidence. Let go of the pressure to be perfect, and you'll find you have more room in your life for joy, creativity, and genuine self-acceptance. Embrace your imperfections, and you'll discover the real beauty of being human. Okay, Here's the draft for Chapter 7 of your book, Rewire Your Mind, Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life. Chapter 7, The Art of Forgiveness, Releasing the Burden of Resentment. Resentment is like carrying a heavy rock. You lug it everywhere, it weighs you down, and it serves absolutely no good purpose. Who are you punishing? The person who wronged you, or yourself? More often than not, it's you. Forgiveness isn't about saying what someone did was okay. It's not about condoning bad behavior. It's about letting go of your pain. It's about freeing your spirit. Think about it. Every time you replay a past hurt in your mind, your body recreates the emotions. You feel the anger, the sadness, the betrayal, all over again. That's a high price to pay for something that's already happened. You are giving the past power over your present, stealing your joy and clouding your future. How do you start forgiving? First, acknowledge your pain. Don't try to bury it. Let yourself feel the anger, the hurt, the disappointment. Naming your emotions is the first step toward controlling them. Second, understand that everyone makes mistakes. Everyone. You do, I do, and so does the person who hurt you. This doesn't excuse their actions, but it puts them in the context of the imperfect human experience. Recognize that people act according to their level of awareness and understanding. You can start to foster a sense of compassion, not necessarily for their actions, but for their humanness. Third, try to see the situation from the other person's perspective. This isn't always easy, and sometimes it's impossible. If they are no longer around, or communication isn't an option, consider what factors might have influenced their actions. Maybe they were acting out of their own pain, or fear, or ignorance. Fourth, choose to forgive. Forgiveness is a decision, a conscious act of your will. It may not happen overnight. You might need to revisit it many times. But each time you choose to forgive, you weaken the hold the past has on you. Fifth, forgive yourself. Often, we are our own harshest critics. Do not allow yourself to fall into the trap of self-blame. Consider a scenario. Imagine someone at work takes credit for your idea. You feel angry and resentful. Instead of stewing in your anger, acknowledge your emotions. Recognize that people sometimes act out of insecurity or ambition. Choose to forgive, not condone, their behavior. And, most importantly, learn from the experience. Maybe you decide to be more assertive in future meetings. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. It's the key to unlocking your own inner peace and moving forward with a lighter heart. Choose to drop the rock. Choose to forgive. Choose to be free. Chapter 8, Setting Intentions, Guiding Your Brain Towards Your Desired Future. Imagine your brain is a GPS. Without a destination programmed in, it wanders aimlessly. Setting intentions is like entering your desired location into that GPS. It gives your brain a target and a route to follow. Why are intentions so important? Because what you focus on, you attract. If you drift through life without clear goals, your brain will simply react to whatever comes its way, often falling back on old, unhelpful habits. But when you deliberately choose what you want to achieve, you activate the part of your brain that seeks out opportunities to make it happen. This part, the reticular activating system, RAS, acts like a filter. It sifts through the millions of bits of information you encounter daily, highlighting what's relevant to your intentions. Suddenly, you start noticing things you wouldn't have before: articles, conversations, opportunities, all leading you closer to your goal. How do you set effective intentions? First, be specific. Vague wishes like, "I want to be happy," are too broad for your brain to work with. Instead, try, "I intend to find joy in everyday tasks this week." Second, phrase your intentions positively. Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. Instead of, "I intend to stop procrastinating," say, "I intend to start working on my project for 30 minutes each day." Third, write them down. Putting your intentions in writing makes them concrete. Think of the power of a grocery list, or to-do list. It's no longer just in your head. Finally, visualize your success. Close your eyes and imagine yourself already achieving your intention. Feel the satisfaction, see the results. This activates your brain's reward system, making you more motivated to take action. For example, let's say you want to improve your relationship with your neighbor. An effective intention might be, "I intend to have a positive conversation with my neighbor today," genuinely listening to their perspective. Visualize yourself smiling, making eye contact, and enjoying a friendly chat. Now, you're far more likely to initiate a conversation and be receptive to their opinions. Setting intentions is not about magically manifesting things out of thin air. It's about intentionally directing your focus and energy towards a desired outcome. It's about consciously choosing the direction in which you want to travel, turning your brain into a powerful ally in achieving your goals. Give it a try, see what amazing paths it helps you discover. Chapter 9. Taking action, from intention to implementation. You've set your intentions, clarified what you want, and even started visualizing your success. Fantastic, but intention without action is like a seed without soil. It needs a place to grow, to become something real. This chapter is about bridging that gap, turning your dreams into tangible results. A common hurdle is procrastination. Why do we put things off? Often, it's fear of failure, fear of the unknown, or even fear of success. To tackle this, break down your big intentions into tiny, manageable steps. Imagine wanting to write a book. The thought of writing hundreds of pages can be overwhelming. Instead, commit to writing just one paragraph a day. That small, achievable step builds momentum. Think of it like this. Imagine you want to learn play guitar. You don't have to become a proficient guitar player in your first day, instead commit yourself to learn one chord per week. Sooner you commit towards achieving the goal, you will see the results. Another powerful technique is to create a concrete plan. Write down your intention, then list the specific actions you need to take to achieve it. Assign deadlines to each action. This provides structure and accountability. For example, if your intention is to get a new job, your action plan might include: update my resume, deadline, Friday. Browse job boards, deadline, Sunday. Apply for 5 jobs, deadline, next Wednesday. Remember, progress, not perfection, is the goal. Don't get bogged down in trying to do everything perfectly right away. Start small, celebrate each victory, and adjust your plan as needed. Taking imperfect action is always better than taking no action at all. Each step forward, no matter how small, reinforces your commitment and builds your confidence. So, breathe, plan, and take that first step. Your rewired life awaits. Chapter 10. The Power of Connection, Building Strong and Supportive Relationships. We humans are like plants. We don't grow best alone. We need sunshine, water, and soil, and, just as importantly, we need each other. Strong, healthy relationships are vital for our happiness and growth. Think of them as the scaffolding that supports us as we climb to become our best selves. But what makes a relationship strong and supportive? It's not just about having lots of friends. It's about having connections that lift you up, make you feel valued, and provide a safe space to be yourself. Building meaningful connections. The best relationships start with genuine interest. Ask people about their passions, their dreams, and their challenges. Listen actively and show you care. Remember, everyone has a story to tell. Showing genuine curiosity is the first step in creating a bond. Small acts of thoughtfulness, like remembering someone's birthday or offering help when they're struggling, can make a big difference. Also, be vulnerable. Sharing your own experiences, struggles, and dreams is a powerful way to build trust and deepen connections. Transparency encourages others to reciprocate, creating a space where you can truly be yourselves. Communicating effectively. Good communication is the lifeblood of any healthy relationship. It's not enough to just talk at someone. You need to truly listen to understand. Try to hear what's not being said, too. Pay attention to their body language and tone of voice. Speaking clearly and honestly is also vital. Share your thoughts and feelings respectfully, even if they're difficult. Avoiding conflict might seem easier in the short term, but bottling up emotions can damage relationships over time. Use "I feel" statements to express your emotions without blaming the other person. For example, say, "I feel worried when you're late," instead of, "You're always late." Setting healthy boundaries. Healthy boundaries protect your time, energy, and emotional well-being. They are the invisible lines we draw to define what we're comfortable with. If someone consistently drains your energy or makes you feel bad about yourself, it might be time to reassess the boundaries in that relationship. Learning to say no assertively is a key part of setting boundaries. It's okay to prioritize your own needs. Start small and practice saying no to requests that don't align with your values or your capacity. Your true friends will respect your boundaries. Remember, building strong relationships takes time and effort. It's a journey, not a destination. Be patient, be kind, and prioritize the connections that nourish your soul. By nurturing these relationships, you'll create a powerful support system that helps you thrive. Chapter 11. Overcoming Fear. Stepping outside your comfort zone. Fear. That tightening in your chest. That voice in your head whispering, don't. We all know it. It's a natural human emotion, designed to protect us. But often, fear protects us from experiences that could actually enrich our lives. It keeps us stuck inside a small, safe, comfort zone. What fears are holding you back? Is it the fear of failure? The fear of what others might think? The fear of the unknown? Think of a time you wanted to do something, apply for a promotion, start a new hobby, speak up in a meeting, but fear stopped you. What was the fear telling you? Probably something like, you're not good enough, or, you'll make a fool of yourself. These aren't facts. They're limiting beliefs. Thoughts we repeat to ourselves so often that they feel true, even when they're not. So, how do we break free? By stepping outside our comfort zones, little by little. Practical strategies. 1. Identify your specific fear. Be precise. Instead of, I'm afraid of public speaking, try, I'm afraid I'll forget what to say during my presentation. 2. Challenge the fear. Is your fear realistic? What's the worst that can happen? Often, the worst-case scenario isn't as terrible as our minds make it out to be. And even if it happens, can you handle it? You're stronger than you think. 3. Start small. Don't try to conquer your biggest fear overnight. Public speaking feel daunting? Start by speaking up in a small group. 4. Embrace discomfort. Stepping outside your comfort zone feels uncomfortable by definition. Expect it. The discomfort is a sign you're growing. 5. Celebrate small victories. Acknowledge and reward yourself for every step you take, no matter how small. Let's say a man named John wants to start his own business but is afraid of failing. John can start by validating his ideas by discussing with industry experts or entrepreneurs. Starting small, perhaps as a solopreneur or running a side hustle alongside his existing job. Planning for financial stability. Building a support system. Confronting and overcoming our fears is not about being fearless. It's about acknowledging our fears, challenging their validity, and choosing to take action despite them. This is where real growth happens. This is where you reclaim your power and start living a life filled with possibilities. Chapter 12. Mindful communication. Speaking and listening with intention. We often speak without really thinking. Words can build bridges or burn them down. Mindful communication is about choosing your words carefully and truly hearing what others say. It's about connecting, not just talking. Think about a time you had a disagreement. Did you truly listen, or were you already planning your response? Often, disagreements escalate because we're stuck in our own heads, not hearing the other person's perspective. Speaking with intention. Before you speak, take a breath. Ask yourself, is it true? Are you sure of your facts? Is it necessary? Does it need to be said? Is it kind? Will it hurt or help? Speak clearly and simply. Avoid jargon or confusing language. Own your feelings by using I statements. For example, instead of saying, you always make me late, say, I feel frustrated when we are behind schedule. Listening with intention. Active listening isn't about staying silent until it's your turn to talk. It's about truly understanding the other person. Pay attention, put away your phone, make eye contact, and focus on the speaker. Show you're listening, nod, smile, and use verbal cues like, I see, or, tell me more. Reflect back. Summarize what you've heard to ensure you understand. For example, so, it sounds like you're feeling overwhelmed with work. Ask clarifying questions. Don't assume you know what someone means. Ask questions like, can you explain that a little more? Empathize. Try to understand the other person's feelings, even if you don't agree with their viewpoint. Resolving conflicts mindfully. Conflicts are inevitable, but how we handle them makes all the difference. Listen to understand what caused the other person the pain. Acknowledge their pain before expressing your viewpoints. Mindful communication can help us navigate disagreements more effectively. Stay calm. Take deep breaths and avoid getting defensive. Focus on the issue, not the person. Attack the problem, not each other. Find common ground. Look for areas where you agree. Be willing to compromise. Finding a solution that works for everyone may require give and take. Imagine a team working on a project. One member, let's call him John, constantly interrupts and dismisses others' ideas. Other members became frustrated and stopped sharing suggestions. If John practiced mindful listening, truly heard their perspectives, and spoke kindly, the team could collaborate more effectively and achieve a better result. By practicing mindful communication, you can build stronger relationships, resolve conflicts peacefully, and create a more positive and understanding world. Chapter 13. Resilience, bouncing back from setbacks. Life throws curveballs. We all face setbacks, disappointments, and times that feel incredibly hard. The key isn't avoiding these moments, because you can't. It's about resilience, your ability to bounce back, learn, and grow stronger. Think of a child learning to ride a bike. They fall a lot, but they don't give up forever after the first tumble. They get back up, maybe with a scraped knee and a little tear, but they try again. That's resilience in action. So how do you build this essential skill? Firstly, be kind to yourself. Setbacks can be tough on your self-esteem. Don't beat yourself up, acknowledge the pain, but speak to yourself as you would a friend who is hurting. Say things like, "This is difficult, but I will get through it." Secondly, focus on what you can control. Often, when things go wrong, we waste energy dwelling on what's already happened and the things we can't change. Instead, shift your focus to your actions moving forward. What small steps can you take now to improve the situation or your own well-being? Thirdly, self-care is vital. When you're facing a setback, taking care of your physical and emotional needs is even more important than usual. Make sure you're getting enough sleep, eating healthy food, and engaging in activities that bring you joy and relaxation. Think of it as refueling your tank so you have the energy to deal with the challenge. Whether it is a walk in nature, listening to music, or spending time with loved ones. Finally, see setbacks as opportunities to learn. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? What could I do differently next time? View failure as feedback, not as a final judgment. Every mistake offers a path forward. Every setback is a chance for growth. It gives you opportunities to become a better version of yourself. Resilience is not about never falling down. It's about having the strength and courage to stand back up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward. With these tools, you are better able to navigate life's challenges with grace, strength, and newfound wisdom. Chapter 14. The Daily Practice, Integrating Rewiring Techniques into Your Routine. Alright, you've learned the tools. You understand the why. Now comes the glue that holds it all together, a daily practice. Think of it like brushing your teeth for your brain. Consistency is key. This isn't about a rigid, overwhelming schedule. It's about weaving small, powerful moments into your day. 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. It adds up. Morning magic. Start your day with intention. Before grabbing your phone, spend 5 minutes in gratitude. Chapter 5. Simply think of 3 things you're thankful for: the roof over your head, a loving family, even just your morning coffee. Next, affirmations. Chapter 4. Look in the mirror and say, "I am capable. I am strong. I am worthy." Feel the power in those words. Don't just say them, believe them. Midday mindfulness. Throughout the day, practice observation. Chapter 3. Notice your thoughts. Are they helpful? Are they negative? Don't judge them, just observe. If a negative thought comes up, challenge it. Replace it with a positive affirmation. Take short breaks to reconnect with your breath. Deep breaths calm the nervous system and bring you back to the present moment. Evening reflection. Before bed, reflect on your day. What went well? What could you have done differently? Focus on what you've learned, not on what you did wrong. Forgive yourself. Chapter 7, for any mistakes. Set an intention. Chapter 8, for the next day. What do you want to achieve? How do you want to feel? Visualize yourself succeeding, making it stick. Start small. Don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. Add 1 or 2 new habits at a time. Be consistent. Even on busy days, find a few minutes for your practice. Be patient. It takes time to rewire your brain. Don't get discouraged if you don't see results immediately. Be flexible. Life happens. Adjust your routine as needed. Celebrate your progress. Acknowledge your successes, no matter how small. For example, let's say Mark. Mark used to wake up dreading work, full of negative self-talk. Now, his morning routine: he wakes with gratitude for his family, affirms his competence, and tackles his day with a positive outlook, and throughout the day he observes when the negative thoughts creep in and actively replace those thoughts. He has a better day. Rewiring your brain is a journey, not a destination. With consistent practice, you can create a life filled with joy, purpose, and abundance. Start today, Chapter 1, and never stop growing. Chapter 15, Living a Rewired Life, Embracing the Power Within. You've reached the end of this journey, but but it's truly just the beginning of your journey. You've learned how to tap into the incredible power you already possess, the power to rewire your brain and reshape your life. It's like learning to ride a bike. It might feel wobbly at first, but with practice, it becomes second nature. Remember those first steps we took together, uncovering the myth of someday? You now understand that someday is simply a disguised version of never. Embrace the present, embrace the now. The old habits, the negative thought patterns, they might try to creep back in. Don't be discouraged. Think of them as unwelcome guests. You now have the tools to politely, but firmly, show them the door. Observation, positive affirmations, gratitude, these are your bouncers. This isn't a one-time fix, a magic pill. It's a continuous, rewarding process. Keep observing your thoughts. Keep replacing negativity with positivity. Keep practicing gratitude. Keep forgiving. Keep setting intentions. Keep taking action. And above all, keep connecting with others and building a supportive and positive network around you. Life will throw curveballs. Things will not always go according to plan. But now, you have the resilience to bounce back, stronger and wiser than before. You understand that setbacks are not failures, but opportunities for growth. Learn from each stumble. Each challenge refines you, making you more powerful, more capable. Integrate these techniques into your daily routine. Make mindful communication a habit. Step outside your comfort zone, even if it's just a little bit each day. The power to live a more fulfilling, successful, and joyful life has been within you all along. You simply needed the map, the tools, and the motivation to unlock it. Now, go live your rewired life, embracing the incredible power that resides within you. This is not the end, it's a beautiful new beginning. Go shine.